Rachel Sawani with Intuitive Soul Rising, here to give an energetic update for the Winter Solstice happening on December 21st, 2021. To share today's message, I have Horus and Isis stepping forward. Horus is the Egyptian eagle-headed god of the sky, and Isis, his mother, is the Egyptian goddess of healing and the magical arts. So I'm going to start by just asking them to step forward, and I feel them both approaching together with Isis over here and Horus kind of a little bit more in the background, but still present. So I'm just going to start by asking what is important for us to know about the energies and the shifts coming with the winter solstice, and what should we be paying attention to, focusing on when it comes to our own inner transformations and journeys moving forward. So this is coming from Isis. I'm hearing coming to a close. So the sense is a chapter is coming to a close. There's a closing of a chapter and a beginning of a new page is what I'm hearing. So she's showing turning the page like in a book. The page is turning in the book and a new chapter is being revealed. And this chapter is about manifesting. And that's really why they wanted to step forward, because essentially she's saying this really is an art of manifesting, learning the art of manifestation, learning the art of manifesting miracles is really important. It's our greatest gift in these times to be able to tap into the power of the divine feminine she's highlighting and pulling that energy in and anchoring it into earth. So she's now highlighting Horus as a representative of the divine masculine and she as the divine feminine, and they generally step forward together. She's showing as a pair, as a cosmic duo, to help humanity awaken and become enlightened to their own gifts of magic, to their own ability to basically use the world or use energy as a manifester, as a medium, or the energy that you manifest is essentially what you create in your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, creating your reality. So this is what she's kind of starting off with, showing what our purpose as divine creators are. So she's helping us to remember our purpose and mission as divine creators. So with the winter solstice, she's highlighting it's all about night, it's about darkness, and she's highlighting the womb, the creative womb, and in the black and in the void is where creation begins, where new creation is essentially birth. So she's showing that it's a thought, it's a seed before it becomes a physical manifestation. She's showing, so it's an emptiness, it's the mystery of the unknown. The unknown is where all life is birthed from, where all essentially light is even birthed in a sense. So what is dark becomes light because it through awareness we become aware of how the dark can manifest into light. So even in the absence of light, there is creative potential, there is creative power and force and drive, and it's this time, she's saying, is about remembering our creator potential. So she's highlighting taking a step back and going into our darkness, in a sense, is what she's showing, but basically honing in through meditation, through quieting the mind, through relaxation, quietness, step into the void. She's basically inviting us all to step into the void at this time and during these energies, and allow whatever wants to come into our awareness or wants to draw our awareness to it to do that, because essentially we are giving birth to new light. We are giving birth to new creation. So we are tapping into our higher creator potentials at this time, and it is infinite in scope, but she's showing that we are going to align energetically with the highest potential path that is for us by being able to take a step back, to slow down our pace, to quiet our mind, and to allow ourselves to tune into our higher selves, tune into our intuition, tune into the feminine energy. So she's really highlighting the dark, the nighttime, in the evening, in the moonlight. We just recently had a full moon. She's saying this energy is very potent and ripe for seeding new thoughts, new awarenesses, for allowing these expressions of ourselves through the multidimensional perspective that we have of ourselves as multidimensional beings to come through, to receive and channel information from the higher sources, from the higher beings. And when we say higher, she's not referring to better than. It's everybody is seen as equal in their power to create, but by remembering the stories of Isis and the mystery schools of her teachings, and also those of many other higher dimensional beings that we channel and can connect with energetically, and receive information from, she's really highlighting that this is a time for higher learning, higher growth, and tapping into your highest potential, the cosmos' highest potential. So she's showing it as the plan has all been laid out for you. It is a playground of creativity and manifestation of magic, of miracles, but it is all within your ability and power to harness this magic and to bring this magic forth. So now is the time to regenerate, to go within and begin harnessing this magic, begin taking stock of this magic, begin accessing these secret doorways and pathways within that will allow you to give a higher expression or a more embodied expression of your highest light for your highest growth, and always for the purpose of serving the highest growth of humanity. So I'm hearing the word conditioning. We've been conditioned to believe that we do not have this power, yet she's saying going into the night, going into the mystery, stepping into the void, connecting with Mother Nature in the darkness, connecting with the darkness and coldness of the soil, the coldness of this time of year even. It's all representing the void, is what she's saying, the void. So there is a strong connection to higher awareness, journeying in the dark, not knowing necessarily where the light is, not necessarily seeing any light, but being willing to journey nonetheless, knowing that this is where creation starts. So essentially, she's wanting you to connect back with your own. It's like she wants you to start at ground zero almost. She wants you to start with a blank slate and just go within and tap into these higher gifts of awareness. She's also showing through, she's saying through meditation, but through anything that is drawing your attention, that you are wanting to, or you're curious about, that you're wanting to delve deeper into. It's like taking that deep dive into self is what she's showing. Guided meditations, again, I've heard this message come up in other messages I've channeled, but essentially it's really just taking a step back and going into a more quiet, darker place, like the cocoon is what she's showing, where there is inner transformation taking place, but it's taking place in like a way that it may not be visible to us from an external perspective. It's internal change, it's inner change, inner transformation, and just digging, a curiosity for seeking and digging and uncovering and unraveling the self. So she's highlighting entanglements. What are you entangled by? What's entangling you from stepping into your power, from accessing your power at greater amounts? This is, she keeps going back to regeneration. So this is a time to regenerate, as if we are going to need the power that we harvest in this moment from this winter solstice energy to power forward into 2022, to charge forward, to get through this darker cycle of season, and to be ready for the growth that's going to physically take place into the spring, as the seeds then start to be planted and begin to germinate and grow. So it's really what we're pulling down here feels like energy from the cosmic mother, from the higher cosmic awareness that is essentially there and omnipresent and available for us to access through our own desires for higher knowledge, higher wisdom, and just integration of self for the purpose of achieving our highest creator potentials. So manifesting magic, it feels like this is where it starts. It starts with drawing, she's showing our awareness inwards and learning how to traverse the inner depths of our mind and begin to then pull down this light from our higher selves, whether we're communicating directly with our higher self or our soul, or expressing ourselves more creatively in an intuitive way through painting, music, art, writing. Any creative endeavor can also help us to access these points within, but essentially it's just creative endeavors and potentials that are wanting to be clarified and understood and drawn wisdom from. So we are drawing down higher codes of wisdom at this time through our conscious efforts to tap into the unconscious, to access that unconscious material and to step into the unknown, and to be willing to go within to study and examine the mystery that is of us, so that we are created from. Okay, so that was kind of a lot in that message coming in energetically, just because it's a hard concept to describe. It's just being in the void, and what does that even mean or look like, and how do we translate that into action, right? So one thing that's coming to me in my own understanding of why Horus chose to step forward and why Isis is giving this message also is what she's showing me is that, again, when we talked about Horus being the divine masculine, Isis being the divine feminine, this is really, she was showing me that in the summer solstice message I gave in June, it was mostly Horus stepping forward and doing the talking. This time, because he is the divine masculine, and he was, that time of year is more about the divine, harnessing the energy of the divine masculine, which is the solar plexus energy, the soul fire energy of creation. So she's showing, in contrast, this time of darkness is really about the mother energy of creation and the divine feminine aspect of creation. So anything that helps you to align with the power of the divine feminine in that creative expression is going to help you stay tuned to this energy and stay feeling balanced and centered. She's showing that you might get pulled more into that, or feel a pull or a heaviness to go deeper into yourself at this time. You may feel a pull back to be around so many people even. It may feel overwhelming to you energetically to be around and with so much energy happening. The opposite she's showing of what should be happening on the planet right now in alignment with the energy is what the holidays bring, essentially. They do bring joy to many people, but there's also just too much busyness happening. This is really a time of slowing down, hibernation, and birthing, giving the opportunity to channel the information that wants to be birthed through you for creation. So she's saying, just remember that, to balance the energy of what you might be feeling as overwhelm and anxiety and just anxiousness and busyness, to balance that out with grounding exercises, nature walks. She's showing connecting to Mother Earth. She just keeps really highlighting connecting to the mother. This is a time to connect to the mother, whether it's whatever divine feminine means to you, is essentially doing things that are like crystals, working with crystals. She's showing like holding crystals in your hand, doing meditations with crystals at this time is really also positive for harnessing that energy. Doing moonlit meditations, or just she's showing like if you were sitting inside your house in a warm place with a fire maybe, and just look outside at the moon, gaze into the moon, gaze into stargazing is good. Just anything that connects you to the void, all right, the mystery, the unknown. This is what is going to bring us back to our cosmic awareness as who we are, how great and large this world truly is, and that we are connected to all of it, that we are connected to the divine, is something that Isis and Horus are wanting us to remember now, to empower us forward into greatness, if she's saying, into magic makers. But take this time to just look in awe at life and the beauty of creation, and that we are connected to everyone and every living thing, and the cosmos, and our cosmic brothers and sisters as well, the beings of the stars and the light, and just taking a time to connect in that way will help us to stay grounded and anchored in this time of the winter solstice. So I'm just going to check in real quick with Horus now, though I seem to understand why he is so quiet at the moment, but he is stepping forward now, and to see if there's anything he would like to add. And he's just saying that his mother said it all. He likes to accompany his mother as a guardian protection, guardian and protector of her energy, and as the divine masculine. And they usually come in as a pair often, so it's not uncommon to pick up on both of their energies when you are tuning into one or the other. But he is highlighting the third eye. He is highlighting psychic intuition. So he is showing himself as one who you can call on when you're meditating and going deeper and wanting to open up your awareness to allow more information from the higher dimensions to come in. If you're seeking to integrate some higher knowledge, or you're seeking to understand with clarity something, or use your awareness, but he can help you as a guide if you call on him to unlock your third eye, or to open up those intuitive channels for you so that you can receive through meditation, higher guidance, higher wisdom. He keeps showing this sign, his symbol, which is the eye of Horus. So it's the all-seeing, all-knowing eye. That comes up for me a lot when I'm meditating, because his energy is around a lot of times. So yeah, he's just saying call on him for that, to help with your psychic intuitive powers and gifts, and to open up your third eye. So thank you, Isis and Horus, for stepping forward today and for sharing that very helpful message. I am going to, just for clarification, I did feel drawn to bring along a new deck of cards that I recently purchased. It is called, it is the Moonology deck of oracle cards, by Yasmin Boland. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and see if there's any card that wants to come out for added clarification. Oh, and there it is, as to what we should be aware of or focusing on during this winter solstice. And the message is, look at the bigger picture. Okay, so I'll tune in a little bit for clarity with that. But I'm just seeing a person staring at the stars, at the cosmos. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger version of yourself. Take a grander view of you and your connection to all that is. It is helpful for us to remember our connection to the stars at this time, to the planetary beings, to the moon also, and to the divine feminine energy. And they're showing being in a state of open allowance and embracing, and just feeling your love for Mother Earth, feeling your love through your connection to all, your connection to the stars, inviting your guides or star beings, family members, starseed family members, in to your world, and inviting to make connection. Just remembering who you are in all of creation, or as a creative force, is really important to manifesting the higher light, the higher energy that wants to come through. It really is about being able to see the bigger picture, and then to hone in on the details of how that can be manifested, or how that might unfold. But this feels like mostly taking an expanded view of yourself to include all parts, a more holistic view. So don't deny, but include and accept, and you will move forward in a positive direction. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that message and found it helpful in some way. If you did, please let us know in the comments below. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel to get more channeled messages like these. Wishing you all a happy winter solstice. We'll see you soon. Bye.